And we're live, I think. Yep. We're paralive. Ha ha ha. Get it? Here's hoping it's actually working. Can we see? We can see. That's important, I've learned. Alright, let's get myself together here a little bit, and then we're good to go. I'm gonna be working more on the apartment house thing that I was building last time. We should have basically the shell done. So now it's just gonna be a matter of making it look pretty. Decorating the living room and the kitchen and stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it today, but we'll see. See how far I get. Forgot how long it takes to load this game. So, what's new? I'm supposed to be doing homework right now. So, I'm choosing to give up my education for this. Not really. I'm just gonna do my homework later. Which I don't recommend. If you're in school, don't do what I'm doing. The only reason I'm doing this is because I'm 27, I have a full-time job, and I've got one class. So it'll take me approximately 15 minutes to do my assignments. But yeah, if you're like actually a student, don't do what I'm doing. Don't wait until the last minute. It's not the move. But I wanted to decorate instead, so that's what I'm doing. Or if you hear background noise, by the way, my cat is catting today. Hi, cat. Maybe she'll come say hi. Wanna say hi? Well, she is. You just can't hear her, probably. My audio settings are too good. Can't hear the background. She's there. Maybe one day in the distant future, if I ever decide to do a face cam, maybe she'll make an appearance. Fizzy! She just knocked over, like, a whole bunch of stuff. Anyways. Yay, we're in, finally. Alright, cool. That is way too long a load time, and I'm really hoping that it's just like an early access thing, because it should not take 2 to 3 minutes to load a game that has nothing in it. That's insane. Okay, so this is where we left off last time, I guess. Yes. Okay, so we've got our little entranceway here. This is kind of like a little foyer thing, I guess. It's kind of what this could be considered. It's kind of cute. Dining room. Nice. Kitchen with the little seating area and potentially laundry room. This is a mirror because I guess it's just supposed to have a mirror in it. Hallway down here, which we'll make our way through. This is the living room. Can I like zoom out without it moving the camera? No, I cannot. That's kind of annoying, but anyways, we got like a little sunroom over here. Super cute. And here's like a little office. And then down here we have the master bedroom with some shelving and the bathroom. Oh my god, so much clipping. And then down here we have the extra bedroom and a closet. And then the bathroom for this one. Well, that's not great. Let me fix that first thing. Don't snap, don't snap. Okay, good enough. Cool. So that's where we're at. So now, today, we're gonna be fixing this up, making it look cute and pretty. I do have to use this wallpaper, unfortunately, because it has crown molding in this house, regardless. I could paint, though. So what color would I want to paint my living room? It's like really dark. That's, Actually, you know what? Let me furnish first, because I would use my real furniture. I wouldn't buy new stuff. That would be silly. So let me see what I can do that's sort of similar to what I've already got. So, probably this one or this one could work. Well, let's see, what do they look like? Probably more this one. It's kind of like a blend of both in real life, but anyway. For context, what I'm doing here is creating a house that I have found that I would really love to buy, but I can't afford it because of the economy. And so I'm building it here instead, and I'm putting my own furniture in it, and yeah, that's what's happening. My couch is kind of that color. Is it maybe... Yeah, no, probably this color. Maybe like a little bit more saturated. Slightly darker. Ooh, right there. Wait. Right there. Yep. Gold legs. Do I have such a thing? Yeah, that works. Alright, so here's my couch. What else do I have? I've got like a little chair. What does my chair look like? Kind of... Probably this one's the closest. Not like the most accurate, but closest. And it's yellow. And I have... What else? Ooh, side tables. Well, okay, so I've got this little... I've got like a little tiny... it's a coffee table, side table mix. It like folds out, which is kind of interesting. And I inherited that one, so it's like nice and old and classic looking. None of these really work, which is a bit unfortunate. No shelves either. Ooh, do I need an ottoman? Technically, yes, actually. I do have an ottoman that goes with the couch. That is huge. Maybe like that. And then it's gonna be... I have to do it the hard way. Okay. We're gonna do... Can I copy? Duplicate. No. Copy that color. And put it there. And then for the legs, I think we would just want with that. Good enough? Cool. And then... What do we have? Okay, so I need to figure out this side table thing. What is like the closest one? Probably this one, but then the like flared legs, not so much. But we'll ignore that. And it's dark. It's not that dark. It's like... Oh, that's that color. Actually, yeah, it's about that color, I would say. Handle, still gold. Which is actually technically not accurate, but there's like gold detailing on the side, so I can't do that, so we're going with handle. And then move this out of the way. Tiny little coffee table. I guess probably this one makes the most sense for that, but it's a square, actually. It's more like that. Yeah. Color-wise, it's very similar to the side table, but like kind of not. It's kind of like duller, I would say. Maybe like that. That's pretty good. All right. What else? My TV shelf is kind of... None of these. Where's the one actually? This. My TV shelf is literally just a bunch of these. But like... smooshed together, you know? Actually, would I do it that way or that way? I think I would probably put it this way. So, stick with that. It's like 6 of them and then stacks up. You know what though? Because you can't change... Wait a minute. Hang on. I'm having too many thoughts. Let me see... Would this make sense? Putting it kind of there. Oops. Ugh. Unfortunate. Okay. This is so tedious. There has got to be something that I'm missing. Surely. Whatever. Alright. So we could do TV there, and then like you come around, TV's there, and then living room over here. Or vice versa, and kind of have the living room like in the middle, and then put like a little walkway behind it. Which that actually might be better. I don't know if you guys have ever seen... I forget his name. Dear Modern, I think it is. But he explains all the time that like you basically want little walkways and you don't want to have to walk through stuff. And so I think that this is going to be a better way to do it. Because you can kind of have... Rather than having to, like, if you wanted to get to this room, rather than having to, like, walk through the active living room, like, if the couch is over here and the TV's over here, you have to, like, walk through it. Rather than that, if you put the couch back here, you can walk behind it and keep the living room kind of segmented by itself over here. So, I'm gonna go that way. Because, I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, but for the sake of realism, why not? And I tried to center it as best as I could, but who knows... And then we just stack it up. Yeah, I've basically just got 2 of those little, like, cheapo cube shelves stacked like that, and that's my TV shelf. I've got, like, my game systems and stuff in there. It works out pretty well, actually. Alright, now... the living room layout. Couch-wise... I would say it's pretty good. I don't think I need to make too many changes there. I am gonna do that, I think. Oh, you know what? I do have a little tiny table back behind it. Can I make this thinner? Yes, it can. Very good. Because it goes like that. Why are you at like an angle? Hello? That's weird. Anyway, got one of those. Which, that does kind of change things a little. Because having that kind of floating doesn't really work, I think. Actually, can I... The walls are annoying me. There we go. I need the walls. Dang it. Yeah, I might actually flip it. Because I don't like having that just floating there. Right after I got the whole thing set up. So unfortunate. That's what I get for forgetting. Alright. There we go. That's aligned well enough, I would say. We're gonna do that. That looks crazy. Is that floating? Honestly, who can tell? If you can't tell, then it might as well not be. I don't know if I like the placement of this, but it's cool. I think the thing that bothers me is I can't really center it. Because this is my 6 here. So it's like a little bit too far in, which actually, you know what, that's okay, because then that gives the spot for the chair. So that'll work. It's all good. I'm having a weird voice day. Does anybody else experience those? Or like some days you just like hear your own voice and you're like, what is that? Some days I like it, but like my voice, I mean. Some days not so much. I think my problem, I worked today, and so I work full-time as like a tech support agent, I guess. And it was a really slow day, so I didn't really have any calls or anything, so I just didn't really use my voice. And I think that's my problem. I feel like my voice is like, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of, I don't know, underused, I guess. Can I, like, align that? No, sure cannot. Not officially. Okay, good enough. Yeah, nice. Alright. I mean, I think it works. And then we'll put... I mean, not gonna lie, I do generally keep it in the middle, which is not maybe the best look, but it does what it needs to do. We'll give the... Well, yeah, that's fine. Can I resize this a little bit? Yeah, nice. Because it's kind of more like that shape, I would say. Nope. Nope. There we go. I am gonna maybe move this. I don't know that I like it there. That's fine. Yeah. I'd probably sit there like that. Okay. Now TV. TV. Very important. I'm actually pretty sure this is my exact TV, so that's cool. I also feel like these aren't big enough, but it's fine. Nice. Yeah, that's pretty much my living room. The only thing... Well, maybe not the only thing. One thing that we can do is add my rug. Now, I have not really seen the rugs in the game. I don't really know how much customization and stuff there is. But my rug has some crazy colors, so I need to be able to change those. Can this one change? No. This one's pretty good. Okay, my rug is sort of like... Whoa, there we go. My rug is sort of... like a hot pink. Kind of like... Well, it's maybe not the main color. Color 2... I wish it didn't highlight when I was trying to do the colors, because I can't tell what it's doing. And that makes things difficult. Let me see, maybe I can do like main colors, sort of like a lighter... It's just not that accurate though. See, this is my problem with these types of things. Because the rugs always are just wrong. And I can never fix them. It's the pattern. Like this would be perfect if I could change the colors on it. Because the colors are much brighter and like more chaotic looking. I think if I put the rug there, that kind of works. What do we think? Pretend that the colors are brighter. Like the red should be more of a like a hot pink. The black should be like a royal blue. The gray should be yellow. The gold should be orange. But just pretend, okay? I'll put like a color filter over it later or something. That's fine. Or I could center it kind of more like that. Kind of hate that, to be honest. Although maybe it works. Could also do it long ways. That looks crazy. Could do a diagonal. Could have it like... Yeah, messy looking. No, I'm just kidding. I could not live like that. There we go. That's fine. I do think I might actually move this over a bit, which is a bit interesting. But then we can sort of decorate this end, which could be kind of cute. So I think that's fine. And then, oh God, I wish I could change the colors. Don't like the colors. What about this one? Could I maybe do something with this? Maybe. But then like, if we made this color, and that can stay that color, and that can be... Actually no, let's make this one like a sort of dark green. Like that color maybe, and then this needs to be a brighter blue. And this can be a brighter yellow. That looks so childish. This is not what my rug looks like. Wait, maybe I'll make this one the hot pink. Like the main color. This one can be... maybe the yellow? We need this one to change. I mean... that's maybe closer. What about if we made this one the green? Okay, you know what? It's not perfect, but it's closer, so... but it's like these colors with the other pattern. It's very cute, I promise. It's a good rug. It's just not the easiest to represent in a game. Oh god, it looks horrible. Ugh. It looks way better in person. In real life, I mean. Oh, okay, so I also have, in real life, right now my apartment basically is, it's a pretty standard apartment layout, so it's kind of like, you know, living room, and then there's like a door to the balcony and a window, and then the rest of it is just walls. So on the wall part, I have an entire curtain rod that goes all the way across, and then I've got like dark green, so it kind of looks like I painted. So what I'm thinking is I could use those curtains as like a doorway frame, which would be kind of fun, I think. So in order to represent that, I'm gonna use this. We're gonna make it the color that it is, which is sort of... probably that one. Like it's... yeah, probably that one. Make it all the way down. And it kind of goes like that. And then the other side. Should put it under the crown molding though. I feel. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now I need to change the rug though. This rug is the bane of my existence. I think we're gonna make this maybe like that. That's sure. Still not the most accurate, but it's fine. It'll work. Let me make one more change though. I think I want this blue to be more like this. No, I'm just kidding. I hate that. Yeah, maybe I should have just left it. I don't feel like that makes sense. Maybe like that? I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, close enough. Looks bad, but it's close enough. And then, yeah, my TV's there. Okay. I kind of hate these curtains, I'm not gonna lie. In my actual apartment, they're very cute. I know I keep saying that, but it's like really difficult, way more difficult than you would imagine, to make things that look good in real life look good in a video game. Actually, that's much closer to the real color. Rod will go gold as well, because I'm obsessed with gold stuff. And everything I own is gold. Oh god, not like that. No, no. No, no. No, no. Stop that. Where did I... oh no. No. Why? I can't get it back. Is there like a recent? Oh god. Just have to hope for the best again. Alright, that's pretty close. Lesson learned. Pay attention to what you're changing. Okay. Cool. Now, okay, new thought though. What about... No. No, I shouldn't do that. Never mind. It's probably close enough. I do think I maybe want to switch this around though. I don't really love how this is coming out. Maybe if we did this. Let's put that there. But see, now the TV's like awkward. What about that? This chair sucks. This is the same problem I have in my real apartment, trying to figure out where to put the chair. Alright, I hate you, rug. Hate you a lot. I think the chair works. I just don't think it works where I'm trying to keep it. How about if I put this back over here? This I'm gonna like, quote unquote, fold like I have it in real life. And then I'll put chair there maybe. I do have a shelf I could potentially put here. Just to like kind of fix it up. That doesn't let me shrink it all the way, but pretend, okay? Pretend this is like all the way shrunk. Wait, can I shrink it this way? This way? No. Yeah, no, it's not gonna let me do it. Well, pretend it's thinner than it is. It should not jut quite that far. There we go. That's... Sure. Make that a little shorter. Make this one a little shorter. I like the fact that the curtains actually stretch. That's nice. That would be very easy to not do. I appreciate that. Alright, cool. I mean... yeah, it's fine. I don't know why I'm so bothered, but it's fine. Anyways, okay, what I'm gonna do now is a lamp, I think. Do we have any good floor lamps? Oh, I literally have this. And guess what color it is? You never will. Yep. And put this, like, here. I wonder, maybe I could put, like... Maybe if I put the ottoman kind of over here, we could use it for the chair, too. Is that weird? Maybe. And then we can also put that there. That might be better. Ew, no, I hate it. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. This is actually pretty accurate to how I have it set up right now. I also do have a little picture frame. And it's like that. It sits like right there. And the picture in it, it's actually kind of like that. Cute. I think that works well. Much better than the stupid rug. The rug just looks awful. And I don't know how to fix that. We might have to just skip the rug if I'm being honest. I don't think it's gonna work. Because like this color blends way too into the couch. This, what did I just buy? Did I just buy a rug? I think I did. Cool. It's like this one. But again, you can't change the color. And it just makes it look so dead in here. I guess I could use one that has like less colors. Or like less stuff going on. Then that's not very accurate either. This one's kind of cute. But so just not right, you know? This is probably the closest to, like, being accurate, but... Let's see, color 1. Make that... I'm gonna make the main color sort of the essence of the rug, which is like that. And then we can do... There is definitely some dark green. Color 3 will make it a brighter yellow. And color 4 will make it that hot pink. Or we could go blue. No, let's make it hot pink. But actually, let's not do that because... Let's flip-flop these. Let's make that pink, and then this will be yellow. And then now that the pinks are in, we can change the main color a bit to something else. Oh god, that's so bright. I guess kind of like that. That's kind of cute. It's maybe not the most correct, but I mean, kind of works, I guess. I suppose. I want a plant. I've definitely tried to raise plants before, multiple times. It never goes very well. Me and plants do not get along. Actually, that's not true. I get along with plants, but they don't like me, and they tend to die. They don't think that I take good care of them. Which I think is incorrect. But evidently their say wins, so... Did it just... It totally just, like, jumped. What? Weird. I love that one side is flatter than the rest. Love that. That's so nice. Because now you don't get the clipping, but it's, like, right up against the wall. Love that. Every game needs that. Highly support. Okay. I mean... It's kind of cute, I guess. I love the fireplace. Oh. There's plenty of room for me to do my yoga and my Wii Sports, so that's dope. We could technically remove this and put it out over here, which would be kind of cute, I think. And we can take this too. Have like a little reading nook in the corner in the sunroom. That's super cute. Aw, I kind of like it. We can center this now, which is better. Boop, boop, boop. Go. Now this I actually do like having over here, I think. Because I can totally see like coming in from the kitchen and like putting stuff down and then moving on and then coming back, and because you gotta watch TV while you're eating. It's important. How else are you supposed to eat? Unfortunately, in the game I could separate these. In real life, not so much. Because the TV does genuinely take up 4 of these, but they come as a set of 3. So, unless I make the TV really tall, I can't separate them. Or I can't, like, move it. Which has always been annoying to me, but it is what it is. Now, oh my. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. That's kind of funny, right? I want to put something up on the shelf here. What's something I would buy? Or have? Probably a candle, for sure. Are there any, like, game consoles? Because I definitely have those. Yeah? Alright. Technically, a game console's down here, but that doesn't quite work in this case, so I'll put it right here. Cute! And I definitely have one of these as well. However, I have the Animal Crossing one. So we need it to look as such. And you can only do one color, so I'm gonna go with the green. We'll put that like right underneath. Nice. I have a Wii as well and like all sorts of other stuff, but not a thing I can do. I don't have a soundbar. However, can I shrink it? I can. I have a Wii U sensor bar. Nice. I mean, not a Wii U. What? A Wii sensor bar. Why can't I make that straight? Hello? Why do you want to snap all weird? Yeah, well, anyway. There we go. Wii sensor bar. Nice. I don't have any speakers. Well, that's not totally true. I've got like a little one back here that I keep next to my head so I don't bother my neighbors with my TV sounds. I'm just thoughtful like that, and not at all because of social anxiety. Definitely just because I'm thoughtful. There we go. Cute! Okay, so now that the room is kind of done, I mean, it's maybe not super accurate, but it's like, you get the idea. Now we can pick a wall color. Well, actually, hang on. I do have one more lamp that I could do. I have like a little shelf lamp. I guess kind of like this one. I love that you can do this. This is so silly. This one's probably the most accurate. It's not, but... Hang on, I also have to change the legs to be gold. No, wait, it is black. What am I doing? That is actually... Yeah. Alright, cool. That can go right in the corner. Very nice. Can I modify it, though? No, because there's no round shelves. There should be, but there isn't. Alright, let's see. What else do we have? Oh my god, cute! That's adorable. I kind of want to put that in here somewhere. But where? Do I have any more wall stuff? I don't have any clocks. I don't have any flags. I don't have any fish. I've got a couple hooks, but that's not really that necessary, I think. I could see putting out a pineapple. Is that a lamp? That's awesome. Bit below. I don't have one of those, but... Does that say help? What does this say? Lap? Help? It does say help. Oh my god, I thought I made that up. Okay. You know what? I like it. I'm gonna go with it. And I am gonna go with purple because... I don't know. Why not? This is super cute too. But I'm gonna save that. Oh my god, look at this guy. Like an elf on the shelf. Why is this not in like holiday stuff? Okay. I wonder what I could do with this. I know what I could do with this corner. Where's it good? What am I looking for here? Something like this, maybe? I've always wanted... See, now we're getting into, like, what do I want territory. Not so much what do I have territory, which is where I've been. Now we're back to want. And one of the things that I really, really, really want is a record player. Look how cute. I have to shrink it because it's clipping. But, you know, cute, right? And then, like, in theory, I would also have, like, racks of records and stuff. And then, like, I'm sitting in here and I'm reading and I'm listening to a little record, and how cute. I need a stack of books. Does that exist? These are just pillows. These are decorative stuff, but I don't see... Something like this would actually be really cute, but I've shopped for these things before. Because I've thought of, like, a few different places that they would be good. They are so expensive. You would not believe. Like, that would be not really necessary, but it'd be cute. But God, they're so expensive. Okay, love this. Again, not necessary, but cute. I'm definitely gonna put like a rock salt, whatever that is. Also, this is really fun. The fact that this is just out here. Does it move? Like if I go into... Oh, but it moves all lame. It doesn't like wiggle around D. Reynolds style. Oh well. This is so cute. I don't want to use too many of the decorations just because like... Oh my god, cute! Just because I'm gonna like run out of stuff to use. There's not that much stuff in the game yet. I would totally put that in there. But like... Maybe not that color because of the rug. Do they have anything that's sort of like a tan? Yeah! Cute! Okay. Now... Ooh, I should put curtains. But like sheer ones. Do they have such a thing? No. That's cute. Could always just put blinds, I guess. Blinds would be good anyway. Don't want your neighbors seeing you. Speaking of neighbors, I can hear mine talking, and that makes me nervous, because they can probably hear me talking. They're like laughing. Better not be at me. I say as I'm literally live streaming. For the public. Actually, it's Friday night. They're probably like hanging out. I showed her pizza. But like for me, not for anybody else. Anybody want to join me for some pizza? Alright, I'm gonna close the blinds behind the chair because like, you know, as you're reading, you don't want to have the light. Oh my god, I love that it like actually looks like they've curled up and stuff. Oh, it's so good. I don't think I finished my sentence. You don't want to, as you're reading, you don't want the light to like get in your way, you know? So cute. I wonder if I put these on this side, what does that look like? Does that look good? No. No, it does not. I definitely prefer that. I could technically, though, close it in a bit. Not that I really need to, but I could. For, like, movie nights and stuff, you know? Alright, cool. Now, I am kind of thinking I might want to move this plant, just because, like, I don't know. It feels kind of awkward there. Maybe I'll put the lamp there. And the plant there. Yeah. That might look better. Or maybe I won't put the lamp there. Maybe I'll put the lamp over here. Or, hear me out, I put the lamp in, I switch the lamps. Maybe. It's really not that deep, I know, but it is, you know? Yeah, that kind of works, I think. Kinda. Or. Maybe I put this here. And this here. Oh my god, they're being so loud. I swear I can hear their whole conversation. It's crazy. They can probably hear mine too. I'm gonna try not to think about it. Okay. Cute. I say cute after literally everything, and it's not even cute. I just need the validation, I think. I could actually see doing this, which might be a bit odd, but in real life, okay, I have a lamp or a plant light bulb in my lamp. No, I don't know. I think it's the lamp with this thing. I think that combo is not doing it for me. Whoops. Okay, that's kind of cool. Didn't know you could do that. Certainly didn't mean to. Alright. Maybe if I put it back that way... Yeah, I don't know, man. I do think that it's something to do with the lamp and the side table together. Something's just not working. Okay, well that's fine. The rug also is bothering me, but, you know... Maybe I can make it like a really pale yellow. It's definitely brighter than it is. Okay, that kind of works. It's kinda. Okay, we're gonna leave it because I'm losing my mind. Right. What's next? Next up, I'm actually going to tackle the kitchen. So I have some thoughts about this kitchen. And I don't really have many thoughts about the rest of the house thing, so... You know. I think this looks like something I'd get at IKEA. Which is cool. I like this one too. Although that looks scary. I have a cat. That looks like a bad idea. Oh wait, I was gonna paint the living room. Right. Do I need to? Do I want to? Kinda. I think, let's use this. Options do we have? Could go with like a green. That kind of clashes with the curtains, but could. I feel like most of this will. I don't honestly hate the tan. We could go maybe like a dark maroonish. Orange is fun. Hot pink. I might just leave it, honestly. No, that's not accurate. I'm not painting the top and bottom thing. Crown molding and baseboard. No, not happening. Go hot pink. Fun. Purple. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it. It's really boring, but I think it's fine. Could always go... I'm just thinking, technically in real life I do actually have 3 curtains. I wonder if I could do like... this be weird? No. I don't hate that. Now, I could do some more paintings, because I've got, let's see. Oh yeah, I've got like a set of 4 like canvases, kinda. Like this? Yeah. I've got a set of 4 of these that can go right above. Those are a little bit bigger than I wish they were, but that's okay. They're not that big in real life, but it's all good. What sets do we have here? Among Us? What? I could technically. I know you can like use your own. Oh my god, cute! A calendar. Anyway, I know you can use your own pictures, so technically I could upload my own. But I don't feel like doing that right now. Is 4 of these gonna fit? This might be tight. Yeah. But they're kind of like that, and then they're not these pictures. They're like little cats, and they're very cute. There's 4 of them, and they go like right there. Nice! Pretend they're smaller, but there you go. And pretend the colors are different. Wonder if I can maybe do... Yeah! There we go. It's cute. What about you? Do you want to change? Make that one that. Or that. Nah, I like it. Okay, cool. Good enough. Now over here, right now in real life, I do have a little tiny shelf right here. Like this one, maybe? But I had this place, I'd probably change it. So I've got like a little shoe shelf, basically. So... I don't think any of these quite work. I feel like this one would be one I would go with. And we'd put it maybe like... I mean, it'd have to be far enough away that you can walk in. And we also have to keep in mind the, this is not actually a front door. In the game, or in the real life house that I'm making. This is a staircase, so you'd actually have less room, I think. It'd be more like that, maybe. So like shoe shelf there, and then what I'm thinking is mirror. Let's see, I've got one. I actually have this exact mirror, which I do keep in my bedroom. So what I'm thinking is instead of a bedroom, or the bedroom one in here, we could do this one in here. I do wish you could make it taller, though, instead of just all around smaller, but that's fine. And then I have like a little ottoman thing we can use. That none of these match, but that's okay. We're gonna use this, and we're gonna pretend that it's a little, like longer oval type shape one. We're doing a lot of pretending. Okay, cool. So there's my little entrance. Cute, cute. We can probably do something with this wall too, but who really cares, honestly? We've got our little ottoman here, and then, oh, over here. Well, okay, so we have some options. Because I actually have a little tiny bookshelf thing that pulls out and becomes a desk. And I kind of wonder if maybe, because I use it for like crafts and puzzles and stuff, so I wonder if maybe we could do something a little bit different. No, let's leave it. Yeah, we'll leave it. That's fine. We could put it in here though. Could put it kind of where it already is. Let's see if we move this. I can't believe I forgot I have this thing. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna decenter it again. Okay. Alright, let me use the bookshelves. Alright, it's kind of like a little short one, and then it's got like a built-in desk where you can like slide it out. Which is really quite cool. But it slides out like this way, so you almost have to... I like to watch TV while I'm using it. So you kind of have to put it like that way, and then when it slides out, you can kind of like shimmy behind it, and then you're sitting at this little desk. It's interesting. It's an interesting look. We could put this here for lighting. Can't do a puzzle without good lighting. I'm revealing myself to be a deeply boring person, I think. I think in this stream. That's what we're learning about me. All I do is puzzles and read. There we go. Put that back. I might move that. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, there we go. And then it's definitely a little bit awkward in the meantime, but if you just pretend, once again, it works. We're gonna shrink it a little bit. No, we're not. Technically, it's actually bigger. Which means it doesn't even really work here. I mean, I think arguably you're supposed to put it like kind of against the wall, and then when you slide it out, it's like in the wall. Or like along the wall, but then, you know, then you can't watch TV. I guess you could do it like that. That could work. Yeah. Let's do that. And then when the shelf or the desk pulls out, then you're facing the fireplace and then you can kind of watch TV there. Now I just have to put some sort of stool down. There we go. And then I just need maybe like a little poof. A little lemon could be cute. That is huge. Why is that the same size as that shelf? Good lord. Maybe like that. There we go. Yeah. Now we still have to shrink that. That's insane. There we go. And then that just sort of sits there. And then desk pulls out. You sit here and watch TV. Yeah, that works. Okay, cool. Okay. Now, I do also have a little cabinet. Where are cabinets? Here we go. It's none of these. Maybe this might be weird, but maybe like a kitchen cabinet might work. Where are those at? Here we go. These do not work. Never mind. What am I talking about? Well, I mean, actually, that's kind of accurate. This one. Maybe we put this here. No. Yeah. No. Wait. Okay. I know what we're gonna do. This is gonna go in this room. We're gonna remove this, because, like, that doesn't actually exist. This is way deeper than it should be, but, like, we're just gonna pretend. Okay. We're gonna make it a little bit longer. This is where I keep my, like, board games and stuff. So we can put the record player on top of that. And that fits better anyway. So I had to shrink it. So there we go. And there's that. And then our little, like, rock salt thing. Yeah, okay. And delete that. And then this, I painted this. So this is going to be... the color that I painted is sort of like that. Countertop, same color. Maybe... it's maybe a little bit darker than that, but, like... it's close enough. Then handles, I haven't had the chance to change yet, but they will be gold. There we go. So now we've got our, like, little reading corner. And our games. And our craft table shelf thing. And yeah, cool. Now in here, this is gonna be my actual office. I have a desk like this. Genuinely very, very similar to this. Tabletop, though, is actually wood, and I don't think I can change that. But it's like this color, and then legs are black. And there we go. Hello? Can I have it? Thank you. And I can make it bigger. Good. Are those not centered? Anyway, that's my standing desk. And then I've got... my chair's kind of like this one. And then... I do have a pretty nice gaming setup. This is probably the most accurate. There we go. It's not super perfect, but close. And then we can just put some curtains down. If we can find them. Ooh, hobbies. Ooh, I do have an easel. It's like a... oh, wow, this is huge. I don't have one that nice. I kind of want to put this, like, out here, I think. I think this would be a good place for it. There we go. That there. Cool. cute! Okay. I don't have any musical instruments. I'm not a music-y person. I am a fitness-y person, though. Which I would totally do, like, a home gym. Heck yeah. Let's do a home gym right here. And then this would be my actual bedroom. God, it would be so nice to have all these separate rooms. It'd be so good. That's all the hobby stuff I need, I think. What is this, like a game table? That's kind of cute. I could do a game table. Let's do the game table in here. Just because, like, that's where the games are already. I have no idea how the sizes of things actually reflect in real life versus the game, but it's cool. We'll do that. And then a little easel can go right here. Reading corner. And then we can just like drag stools and stuff over as we need. Maybe even put it kind of more in the middle. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Let me do this. And then we'll put this kind of in the middle here. And then this little corner here can be cutesy. That back. There we go. So we've got like hobbies and games, and then we've got reading and crafts. This is also reading and crafts. Yeah. Nice. Okay, cool. Now, what? I'm jumping all over the place. That's good on the office. I mean, I guess I could put curtains. Don't really necessarily need them. I could do them. Oh, see, these ones don't stretch. Interesting. There we go. I do not like the blue. Sorry. That's gotta go. Cute. Alright, now what? Let's see, kitchen. Alright, now kitchen, if I could do anything in the kitchen, what would I do? Well, first of all, I would remove this mirror, because I find it very odd. I don't dislike it, but I find it odd. Cabinets. I'd probably change them. But to what? I do like these ones. I also like these. And I also like these. I feel like I'd probably go with these. Just like, I don't know. Just what I'm seeing. Let me get them all in and then we'll pick colors. That might be a really not smart way to do things, but that's how I'm doing things. Okay. Snappy snap. Nice. Get the corner in. Uh-huh. Flip. I love that you can do that, man. That's so good. Alright, drawers. Alright, I technically could change these as well, but I probably would just change the color. I think it's fine. They're not like the nicest, but whatever. Alright, let me remove that. Oh, that goes all the way. Okay. On there. Cool. And then just this one. And then the tall guy. Really wish I had one of these in real life too. I do not have a pantry and it is tough. Oh man, what if this is a pantry and not laundry? Oh, that would suck. That would suck so bad. Alright, I'm gonna do a tiny little baby table there. I think I'd probably change the color. I wonder if there's like a fun color one. I guess, oh, you know what? I could, well, maybe not. I was thinking I could match it to the cabinet, but I kind of hate it with that wood floor. Although, I could put a little rug underneath. That might fix it. Might. See, why do I need to buy? I'd stop buying things. That one's cute. Kind of boring though. Too big. Also boring. Kind of weird. I think this one's good. Let me change the color. That's cute. That's cute. That looks like an egg. Which actually, you know what? It kind of works. I'm gonna go with it. Alright, cool. Centered a bit. I do not like this table color. What about like a pale green? Oh, that's cute. And then we just need chairs, which that looks like a vanity to me. Just like a small note for the developers. I just see a vanity. And then for the chairs. This I'm not going based on anything in real life for these. I don't have chairs. I don't have I don't have anything like this. I don't think I need all these. I think just 2 is fine. Yeah, there we go. Just move this out a little bit. There we go. Good enough. Alright, now countertops and cabinets. So handles, obviously we're gonna go gold. Don't judge. I could go with like a wood counter. That'd be kind of cute. Ew. Like a butcher block. Some of these are stranger than others. Ooh, that kind of works. Or, ooh, that's pretty nice too. There's like a paler. I don't hate that. Okay. Cabinet. Honestly, in my dream kitchen, I do have some sort of funky cabinet color. But I don't know which one. Probably not purple. Probably not pink. Probably some sort of like teal or like dark green. Ooh. That's kind of pretty. I like that. Okay, but now, well, first of all, it saved the swatch, which is so nice. Love that that is a thing. Okay, but now, if we change this, first of all, no. First of all, we need gold handles, and then cabinet color. I don't want to do it the same cabinet color. I'm thinking, what goes well with that? We've got like the dark emerald green. Do yellow. Kind of ugly. Kind of hate it. That's not terrible. That yellow, specifically. It's not great. Pink could be fun. Could go like lime green. I kid. Hot pink is fun. Orange. I don't hate that, and I don't hate that. I feel like I should. But I don't. Or like a dusty pink. That's such a pretty pink. I might like that. I think I do. It's a choice for sure. Yeah, for sure. And then the cabinet itself, we have some work to do on this thing. Because do we want to do it pink? Yeah, that's fine. I don't hate it. Okay, so now for these. I'm thinking, personally, that maybe we just go like standard gray, black. Gray works. It's not fancy, but it works. Better than white, I think. No, maybe it's not, actually. The white's kind of cute. I don't hate it. Alright, what about kitchen sink? Kitchen sink, I could really upgrade. Oh, I kind of like that bronze color. Wait, maybe if I changed... What color's that? Duplicate, no. Well, I can't edit. I can copy, though. Alright, let's make the handles that color. Yeah! But now the countertop is too samey. That might be okay, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, and then we'll just do the same thing here. We just need to edit this swatch. Nope. Okay. Okay. Edit, handle, and paste. Nice. And then everything else needs to just be updated. What is this? Edit, see, oh! What? Different handle types. Cool. Didn't know you could do that. Huh. I like these ones though. That's why I picked it. So I'll leave them, but that is good to know. Cool. All right, now I wonder. I think that just changes everything. Yeah. Would this be crazy? Yes, it would. And it looks bad. So we're gonna not do that. All right. Now I do really need to change the walls. Don't like this wall color now. That could be fun. Just kidding. This could also be fun. I don't know if I would do wallpaper, honestly. Actually, maybe. That's maybe a bit much. I kind of don't... I don't know. I don't mind it. Ooh, wait a minute. That's pretty subtle. Kind of... I don't know if I'm feeling it, though. What about you? What color swatches do you have? Blue. Bright purples, kind of different. This sort of like reddish color kind of works. Kinda. Maybe not. What is that? Oh. Oh, no. Eyes? Zigzags? This could be fun. Something like this. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like this one. Did I screw up the wall? Why is it doing that? I noticed that earlier with the wallpaper too. It's like tiling weird. Not quite sure how to fix that. Well, anyways, there's different colors. I don't like the other colors. I do actually really like the pattern on this one, and I think it fits the theme. But I feel like it's just too much. It's like overwhelming. What's the word? Visual stimulation? It's like too much going on. That's kind of fun. I don't hate that. Well, there's that. That could work. I don't know. I don't know. I think one thing I would do as well is actually change this. Replace it with one like which one is it? This one. Replace it with one like this. And then hello? Turn? Hello? There we go. Then over the sink, we can do little shelves. Well, maybe shrink this too. And then shelves. I wish this was smaller, because this would be cute. I think this is probably just best right here. Something like this. Do that. I'd be a little bit concerned about my cat, to be honest, but she's probably okay. She doesn't generally go in the kitchen unless she thinks I'm getting her a treat, so... Why? Wait a minute. Huh? Those are so not the right color. What the heck? That is insane. Probably just that color is good. Not like the prettiest, but it works. Then one more for the middle. There we go. Cute. Oh, shoot. I never put the range hood back. Gotta do that. Gonna upgrade it. Nah, just kidding. Do we not have white on this back? Why? Also, it's too big. Or it's not, and these are just wrong. Which I think is more likely the case. Yep, okay. That back. Now it's too small. We'll make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Good enough. Yeah. I don't know about this wallpaper. I guess technically, can't you like shrink it and then... Oh, but then I have to rebuild the whole thing. Ugh. Well, I mean, it's okay. Not the worst. Go something like that. But like a different color, of course. Maybe like a maroon could be fun. That's better on the tiling too. I don't like that color though. Clashes with the cabinets. Maybe just like a cream color could be good. Maybe not that one. I do think though that's not terrible. Hang on. Like too yellow, I think. We need to cut down the saturation. Something like that. But maybe a little bit more saturated. There we go. Let's do that one. That's pretty good. I like it. Yeah. Why does that... It's the exact same color as the other walls. Awesome. Apparently I'm just a very beige person. I'm beige and I don't do anything. We're learning so much about me today. I'm deeply boring in every sense, apparently. I don't know, I want to make this more fun in here. Ooh. Just nothing like works. Wait a minute, what about like an orange? Ew, ew. Darker orange? No. Maroon? No. What about... Oh wait, this is a way better color for this. How did I miss this? This is way more accurate. Oh, shit. Fix that. And sure enough, it's even more similar to the color that it already was. Wow, my creativity is really showing. Ugh. Okay. That's not bad. Or like a pale blue. A dark pale blue. Better than the dark bright blue. Light pale blue kind of works too. Although I don't think quite as well. What about if we did the same kind of like emerald? That'd be too much, you think? Kind of all the way across? I don't think so. No, I think that looks fine. Now I do need to change the table color, because that looks really horrendous. I don't hate the purple now. Oh my gosh, where did this come from? Go away. Nobody invited you here. Alright, cool. Well, we could do some lighting in here, maybe? I feel like something like this could be a good thing to have. Yeah. Alright, and then over here, over the table, what do you look like? You're kind of fun. You can go in there. That's cool. Stools. No, we don't have room for those. We could do a trash can. One like that. Matches the table. There we go. Wait. Is that facing the wrong way? It is. What the heck? Cool. There's that. I feel like we need... Well, there's like kitchen counter stuff. Lots of clutter is always good. But I feel like we need some sort of like... clock or something in here. This is cute. I like this one. Okay, now kitchen clutter. I have a couple of these kinds of jars. Really, jars I think are gonna be my friend here, and I'm just gonna kind of spam them. Because let's be real, who doesn't decorate like that? It's not even really decoration, it's just clutter. Like we can do a couple of these. Maybe like one little old lady one. What else do we have? Some milk that probably shouldn't just be sitting out. Some herbs. I'm not really an herb drying kind of gal. I am a Stanley Cup kind of gal though, not gonna lie. But my Stanley cup is probably over here, where I'm sitting. And it's also probably not that color. Probably more like this color. Yeah. Pretty sure I actually have that. Oh my god, cute. Definitely have one of these. Alright, one thing. Let me fix this. Hang on. These are gonna go higher up. Oop, not on the edge. There we go. And then we have mugs. Lots and lots of mugs. Some mugs can go over here, I suppose. Let's see, if I have this kitchen, probably make a lot of my food or my coffee and stuff over by the sink, which would be like here. And we've got more mugs. We have lots of mugs. Everywhere a mug. No, not that kind of mug. Way too tiny. Cute! I'd probably keep that and that. Adorable. I have been known to keep mugs like this. I've run out of room or whatever. There we go. Cute. Alright, and then I do have a little kettle. It's not this kind of kettle, it's an electric one, and it's got flowers on it, but we'll go with that. Or, let's go with purple. We don't have anything purple yet. Why not? Knives. I do have a little butcher block thingy, which I keep kind of over here by the oven. I don't know what that is. Whiskey. Oh. Actually, I definitely do have this stuff up here. Keep my spirits and whiskey up top. Is that gonna hit the ceiling? It is gonna hit the ceiling. Sick. Maybe make it a little smaller. Who can even tell the difference? Still a little bit smaller. I bought the mini bottle, of course. Alright, there we go. Oh, oh, oh! There we go. The rest of this is just like dishes and stuff. I do have some cutting boards. Who doesn't, really? Salt and pepper shakers I do keep on hand. I do have this stuff, but I'm not, like, trying to fill up my cabinets right now. Coffee, yes. Coffee I have. And coffee I keep right here. With the mugs. And my French press, which I don't see in here. Truly offensive. Ooh, cereal. I do have a lot of cereal. Which is probably what I'm gonna eat for dinner tonight. Girl dinner. Spoons. Can go over there. So you're pretty much generally gonna use them at the stove. Go. Oh, I should put in little things. Here we go. Well, okay, so there's no French press, but I do have a Keurig. So that's fine. We'll go with that. I don't really tend to use it very much, but I do have one. And it is this color-ish. Okay. And then microwave would actually go up in here, but I don't, can I do that? No. These are countertop guys. I do have a little toaster, which I keep back there, and it is white. And what else? I have an air fryer, which I don't see. There's a rice cooker, though, which is kind of the same thing. Not really, but that can go there. Yeah, I mean, that's my kitchen. Oh, you know what? I would also probably do... Nope, hello. I'd probably do like a little rug like this. I have one in front of my sink. But I quite like. It's not perfectly even, but whatever. Get the idea. And then up top, depending on how much room we have, I kind of want to do a little hanging plant. I think that'll fit. Yeah, nice. Maybe even do 2. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Pointy. Oh my god, cute! A hanging plant. Can I do a couple of those? Are these all hanging? Adorable! We can pretend I'm an herb person. I like it. Let me do a curtain. Probably just half. Nope. Stop. There we go. I should flip it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, nice. I'll leave it yellow. I actually kind of like that. Alright, 6. So we've got like Art Deco funky kitchen. And then we've got like 70s classic living room, which this is just using my real furniture. Do I want to try and paint the wall? I could maybe, oh, I wonder if there's any good like wallpapers. Well, I mean, I've already seen the wallpapers, but like any that are good for this. Something like that could be fun. But maybe a different swatch color. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why do I like that? Or we put it on this wall. That's pretty fun too. And I think this curtain probably should go. I don't think it's a problem or anything. I just don't really think it's necessary. Yeah, I mean, especially because it's across from the curtains, you can't really tell it's different colors. And in real life, you can like choose a different wallpaper. I mean, I guess I could also probably edit the color, but maybe make it match. Let's see. What's this squatch color? This is this color. So what happens if I make this color? And also this color. And lines stay the color that they are. I kind of like it better darker. Let's do that. Cool. Now, I'm gonna move these things a bit. Center them more like on the wall, I think. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Now, I'm gonna hate myself for doing this. But I think I am gonna actually swap this around. And this is gonna become the game table. Which, technically... Let's see, if I make this a little bit bigger, we can kind of align it. And then we can make this... Can we just make it white? It's like all white? Yeah? Okay. Okay. What blends the best here? These are metals. Oh, see, that's a problem. There we go. Nice. So we kind of pretend that that like pulls out of the the shelf here. And then we've got our little game slash puzzle corner. And then this, we'll leave this in the corner here, because that's still very necessary for doing puzzles. And then we'll put this back over here. Yeah. That feels better, I think. Yeah. That's much better. Cool. Alright. What else? Dining room. I don't have a dining room. Let me move to bedroom, actually, because I do have one of those. So I can use furniture from this. My bed is actually pretty much exactly this one. Frame is sort of like a dark coppery bronze kind of color. That's maybe accurate. Let's see. Edit. Oh god. Nope. Actually, that's fine. Well, that's my sheet's color. Or my bedspread color, I mean. This feels too bright, I think. I mean, I could also just, like, change it, I suppose. Let's see, metals. Why didn't these all look exactly the same? Metal rough, metal ridges, metal ultra shiny. I mean, I guess it's kind of rough. Cast iron, actually. That's good, yeah. And then this is probably the most accurate color, but I am gonna change it a bit. Because it's more like that, I think. Maybe a little bit more saturated. Yeah, like, yeah, like that. And then sheets, that's actually pretty good. That's pretty close. Like that. Okay. Now, I know you can make it a full, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay. I guess it's... should be queen. That, I feel like, is a king. Well, that looks crazy. I feel like it's like that. As for the layout, I don't know that I love that. But I suppose it kind of works. And I actually have one more of these that I use. Which side do I sleep on? This is important. There we go. Yeah, nice. And that's kind of the whole bedroom, to be honest. Yeah, I don't really have much else going on in there. Curtains. What do we have here? I do think we should probably have curtain or have blinds on like everything. There we go. Nice. And then I do kind of want to do a curtain here. It's a little bit awkward with the bathroom door mostly, but anyways, we'll just remove that. This one, we'll do something like that, I think. The extra coverage. Although, why wouldn't that be the same? That's a good point. Let me remove that. Very good point, me. Why wouldn't that be the same? That's better. Cute! It's so little. Oh. Precious. Okay, and then my little home gym. Which really... probably wouldn't actually have, but, you know, it's fine. In real life, I'd probably get, like, a cheapo bed and have, like, an extra room for people. I mean, I'd still want to use it as my own space, but that's probably what I would do. And then mirror... probably something like that. And I just simply wouldn't use that shelf very much, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Could also put it like here, I suppose. I think that works fine. Yeah. I'm feeling pretty good. And then just dining room, really. I mean, could I make it prettier? Absolutely. Do I feel an excessive need to? No. Not really. Not so much. Definitely need this mirror in here. Literally, what else would this be for? But that room. I could replace the other mirror with that, but too late. Okay. Now, dining room. What would I do with a dining room? Genuinely, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Nothing. Oh, is this a TV tray? How cute. That's huge. That is a massive table. And you can't even oh, you can shrink it. I don't understand why sometimes you can shrink it entirely and sometimes you can only shrink it like by per side. What is that about? I don't get that. We're just gonna put basic standard stuff in here because I don't have a dining room and I don't have a need for a dining room if I'm being honest. So that's just gonna be that. 9 times out of 10, I am sitting right here watching TV. This is an interesting flow. This like whoosh. Anyways, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And then we've got my little like sunroom thing where I can do like my puzzle. And I can still see the TV. That's important. And we've got the fun lamps. I like it. I like it a lot. I think this is good. I think I'm gonna call it here. I feel like there's probably more we could do. And by could, I mean absolutely should. We should change the wall color. We should decorate the bedrooms more. We should add some clutter. And we should do all sorts of things. But I feel like I've gotten a good taste of like what Paralives has to offer in the build mode. And this gave me a good experience with Paralives. It also gave me a good experience with what would I do with all this space in a world where I could afford it. And you know, there might be a world where I could see coming back and making this like a genuine actual build. But for what I was going for today, I feel like pretty good. I like it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. And be on the lookout for the video of this build. And let me know what you think. Let me know what you would add, what you would change. If you have any suggestions for other things that I could do or should do. But I feel like pretty good about where I wanted to go with this thing. So yeah.